Dutch really that obsessed with their tulips? Are the Dutch really that cheap? Are the red light districts are really just everywhere? Are the Dutch really that closed off? I moved to Amsterdam in 2016 as a student with a scholarship. I used to have my own small business and I got a job as a highly skilled migrant. I do have Dutch friends and I used to have a Dutch boyfriend. In this video I will share with you my perspective. If you are interested, let's go. Hold on, a quick disclaimer. This is just my perspective, not the absolute truth. So please take it with a grain of salt and don't take it personally because I don't want to offend anyone's feelings. I have the best intentions at heart. But if you disagree with me, that's okay. And I agree to disagree. Number one, the red light districts and prostitutes are just everywhere. True or false? This one is false. Since October 2020, window prostitutes have been officially allowed to offer their services and have become taxpayers. The red light district in Amsterdam exists since the 14th century. It was located close to the harbor. That's why a lot of immigrants were living there, and that's how prostitution has started. In fact, sailors were coming to this area to enjoy some drinks in taverns and distilleries, and also to enjoy girls. While a lot of cities in the Netherlands do have the red light districts, you don't really notice them. It's not in your face. I've been living in Eindhoven for more than 4 years, and I only found out that we do have the red light district when I was researching this video. So you kind of get the vibe that it's a little bit hidden and you really need to be specifically looking for it. Number two, you can get any medical treatment in the Netherlands just by booking an appointment. True or false? This one is false. In the Netherlands, medical care is centralized. So first you need to go to a general practitioner, GP, they call it huisarts, and convince them that you actually need to see a specialist. For example, if you want to see a dermatologist, it's not that simple. First you go to a general practitioner and they prescribe you some cream that you need to apply for a month and see if it's gonna actually help you or not. Then if it doesn't help you, you're allowed to see a skin doctor, which is not a dermatologist yet. So like GP, skin doctor, dermatologist. They prescribe you some other cream or some other treatment and see again like for a few weeks if it helps you or not. And only then, if the previous treatment has failed, only then you're allowed to see a specialist. But you cannot just go and see a specialist immediately, let alone taking some blood tests or doing a general health checkup if you don't have any symptoms. Number three, you can see a psychologist for free in the Netherlands. True or false? This one is true. It's not that simple though. Again, you'd first need to see a general practitioner and then they refer you to a nurse. The nurse has a waiting list of a month or so, at least that's how it was in my case. Think about a nurse as a person to talk to. She's there to listen to you. Sometimes she shares her perspective or gives you some words of affirmation, she's just there to support you. But again, it's not a regular psychologist session. Then, if she thinks that you need a real help and you need to see a specialist, so a psychologist, then she can refer you to one. For me, the waiting time was around 10 weeks, but I got really lucky. Someone dropped off and I could start my treatment in around 2 weeks. I got 8 or 10 sessions for free covered by my insurance. I have just a basic insurance that everyone in the Netherlands is obliged to have, and the cost of it would be around 100, 110, 120 a month, depending on your age and other different factors. Number four, employees in the Netherlands are really well protected. True or false? This one is true. Once you've gotten your employment contract and passed your probation month, or 3 months in some cases, it gets really difficult to fire you, almost impossible. They would need to make a solid case, give you 3 official warnings, and even then they still cannot just simply terminate the contract with you. Usually in cases like this, when there is no match between you and an employer just lets it slip. Because it would cost them more to make the whole case and to go through this whole legal procedure to fire you. They'd rather wait till your contract ends. Usually your first contract lasts for for 6 months, a year, or year and a half, so they'd rather wait till this ends and get rid of you then. And by get rid of you, I simply mean that they would not extend your contract. If your contract does get extended and you're given a permanent contract, it's like a holy grail in the Netherlands. Banks start taking you more seriously for a mortgage, and rental agencies become more amenable to sign a rental contract with you. Because they know that a permanent contract equals stability and security, so your paying potential is increasing. I've never met anyone in the Netherlands who got fired with a permanent contract. I'm sure that there are cases like this, but it's rather an exception because it's an enormous hassle for an employer. Number 5. Holland and the Netherlands is the same thing. True or false? This one is false. This is just the scream of my soul. Even the Dutch make this mistake. Holland is the name of only 2 provinces in the Netherlands, North and South Holland. So, if you don't want to exclude other 10 provinces of this kingdom, then please refer to this country as the Netherlands. Number 6. The Dutch are tall. True or false? This one is true. A study published by the Lancet medical journal has compared the height of men and women across 200 countries and territories around the globe. The Netherlands is renowned for its tall population, and unsurprisingly, the nation has the tallest average height on Earth. The average 19-year-old man stands at 183 centimeters, while women of the same age are typically 172 centimeters. I am 173 and I feel pretty much average in the Netherlands. Number 7. The Dutch are tolerant. True or false? This one falls somewhere in the middle. The Dutch seem to be very accepting of LGBT and modern values, but if your values are rather traditional, people look down at you. Like, what? Do you want a man to open a door in front of you? To me, being tolerant means being accepting of everyone and everything, even if it deviates from your own values and beliefs. It means treating everyone with curiosity and letting them be the way they are. I've also heard from people of a different race that some Dutch look at them like the third world country. So, not overly racist, but subtly they feel it. To their defense, I'm gonna say that, in my opinion, it's not the Dutch or the Netherlands, but it's just the current world that we live in. Number 8. The Dutch are cheap. True or false? This one is true. I appreciate their prudence and frugality when it comes to money. The Dutch are mindful spenders who are looking for good deals, which I think is sensible. I'm really lucky with my friends and my ex though, because they were not greedy and they were not overly cheap. But it feels like they are rather outliers. The general vibe of society is that people would rather have a cheap drink than let it loose and splurge a little. The story I've heard that happened to someone my friend knows goes like this. Well, a girl went to a Dutch man's place to watch Netflix and chill. And this Dutch man afterwards sends her a tikkie. And in the Netherlands, like, tikkie is a payment request. Kind of, can you please pay me back that much of money? So he sent her a tikkie for the snacks and Netflix. Number 9. The Dutch celebrate their birthdays in a circle. True or false? This one is true, but usually not with friends. If you are invited to a family celebration, you will most likely find them sitting in a circle and eating a cake. What's even more funny is that they congratulate each other with this person's birthday. So, for example, if I have a birthday, they're gonna congratulate all my friends, all my relatives, everyone with my birthday. They will say something like this: "Gefeliciteerd met haar verjaardag." And I'm like, this is my birthday, I want all the attention. I understand if they congratulate my parents with my birthday, because this is how I usually do it as well, but I don't fully get an idea of congratulating even my distant friends with my birthday. Number 10. The Dutch like their weather talk. True or false? This one is true. As an introvert, I suck in all kinds of small talk you can imagine. I don't like it, I find it off-putting, I find it meaningless. Whenever I'm drawn to any kind of chit-chat, I already start plotting an escape plan. But the Dutch are amusingly comfortable talking about the weather. Once I was at the bathroom at work and someone just came up to me and said, "Mooi weertje, huh?" I never know what to say back. I was like, "Yeah, heerlijk." Feeling absolutely stupid and uncomfortable. Another time someone was like, "Yeah, very hot outside, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, the weather seems to be really warm." The Dutch would not necessarily ask you how you're doing or how is it going like Americans or Brits would do, but they would start their talk about the weather. I guess it's because the weather in the Netherlands is crap. So whenever sun shines, everyone is out enjoying their life, enjoying the weather. And I find this fascinating about the Netherlands because the Dutch do really know how to enjoy their lives. They do really know how to enjoy every single day and get the most out of every minute. Okay, what's your score? How many did you guess correctly out of 10? Let me know in the comment down below.